Hello, this is Simon Hyatt. I am the contributing editor of Singapore Business Review. Today I'm presenting the SBR National Business Awards, celebrating the best, the most innovative, and the most dynamic projects of homegrown businesses in Singapore. Winning the Manufacturing Award paper category is the April Group, and I'm now joined by Susan Slabert, the group's head of manufacturing sustainability. Susan, congratulations, and please share with us your thoughts on winning an award this year.
Thank you, Simon. It truly is an honor for the April Group to receive this award in this specific category of paper manufacturing. And I think this, to us, is incredibly special because it's been an 18 months process getting us to the point where we could launch this very unique product. So I think the team is proud to be able to say that, our hard work definitely paid off in the end.
Susan, can you please tell us a little more about the production process of PaperOne? What made you decide to go for a digital, carbon-neutral paper?
Simon, thank you for the question. I think to start off with, I would just pause a little bit to explain that PaperOne is our flagship brand. And the whole range is actually a superior quality paper that we offer through our vertically integrated manufacturing process. And then we specifically landed on the digital 80 GSM because that particular product is earmarked for a very niche market. So we saw this opportunity and purposely selected this type of paper to go through the process of carbon neutrality. And we essentially did that in response to market demands. And also we know that there's this push in the industry for all of us, actually in the value chain, to contribute to a lower carbon economy. So this fits very well within our own strategies, specifically referring to April 2030, which is our 10-year commitment to a more sustainable operations. Where we focus on decarbonizing our value chain and then also looking at ways that we can improve the livelihoods, not just of the people, but essentially, again, looking at the broader consumer market as well.
Why did you think it was important for your product to undergo carbon neutrality? What are the benefits to your company and to your clients?
So I think there's multiple benefits in having a product range that speaks to this very specific market. The first one, I would say, firstly, it demonstrates our commitment to sustainability and having a lower carbon product on the market. Secondly, it creates a very specific demand and a need within the industry for the more conscious consumer. So I think that really adds benefit not just to us, but actually to the world, I would say, at large. Because the more demand there is for sustainable products, the more people will respond and offer it in the market. And then I think the last benefit that is worth mentioning is this creates something unique for our direct customers. By purchasing carbon neutral products, it actually lowers their Scope 3 emissions in their own inventory. So it also benefits them in the long term in the message that they carry and their own sustainability portfolio.
Susan, what have been some of the challenges you have encountered in the production of this kind of paper? And how were you able to overcome these challenges?
So I think when you look at the whole process, I've mentioned that it's a long process. Doing a cradle to grave assessment on your carbon footprint is quite daunting because there's a lot of data that goes into this. And then the first challenge, obviously, is always your data integrity. So at least the cradle to gate is within our own reach because we've got this vertically integrated manufacturing process from plantation to cut size paper. But once it leaves our gate and it goes into the public domain, that's where things get a little bit less straightforward. So then we need to rely on either peer-reviewed published papers or data and information coming from an open market source, essentially. So that's always where you kind of get a bit nervous because you don't really have that assurance that the data that's being included in your assessment is an actual true reflection of the state of the product. But because we have the integrated facility, we can at least know that the larger portion of the information that goes into the assessment is as accurate as possible. And then, going through the whole process, it's quite critical to appoint a consulting company that is credible as well, and then to implement internationally accepted standards, because you need to be able to give that additional level of assurance to the end user that this is not just a quick exercise. This is actually something that is very robust, that is peer-reviewed, and is legitimate. And so when you offer a product like this through the purchasing of offsets for the emissions that you cannot abate yourself, that it's really gone through a very robust and accredited process.
How do you plan to follow through on the success of your product? Are there other initiatives or projects in store that you would like to share with us today?
Yeah, there's multiple actually. I think offering carbon neutral paper is just one of the strategies that we offering at the moment. But as part of our April 2030 sustainability agenda, we actually have quite a few other decarbonization strategies. One of the key ones that we are actively working on at the moment is increasing our energy from renewables. So we've already installed 11 megawatts of solar panels in our industrial complex, and we will increase that even further. And hopefully by the end of this year, we will have a total of 26 megawatts installed in our facility. Then we also have a few other projects focusing on our plantation section, where we are working on eliminating emissions through conservation and also restoration of certain areas. And then, of course, working with not just industry, but also academics and understanding the landscape that we operate on.
Susan Slabert, thank you so much for joining us today, and congratulations once again on your award win.
Thank you very much, Simon.